If you have heard of the miniskirt, then you must be interested in the history of this iconic fashion piece. Do you remember the excitement of the late 1960s and early 1970s, when the miniskirt was all the rage? It was a time of cultural revolution and social change, and the fashion of the era reflected that spirit of rebellion and liberation. In the late 1960s, the miniskirt finally made its way across the Atlantic to the United States. Skirts that had been knee-length just a year earlier were now rising higher and higher, and by 1968, the mini had officially arrived. The youth of America embraced this new, daring fashion trend, and the miniskirt became a symbol of freedom and self-expression. As we journey through the images of the late 60s and early 70s, we will witness the rise and fall of the beloved miniskirt. The photographs we are about to see capture the essence of an era that was defined by its fashion and social movements. In 1968, the miniskirt was a statement of youthful rebellion and a rejection of traditional values. The photos from this year reflect the energy and excitement of a generation on the brink of change. The miniskirt became a symbol of independence and empowerment for many young women, and it left a lasting impact on the world of fashion. As the years passed, the hemlines continued to rise, reaching their peak by the early 70s. The mini had pushed the boundaries of fashion as far as they could go, and by 1975, the miniskirt in the United States was all but dead. It was a bittersweet moment for many who had embraced this bold fashion statement, but the cultural landscape was shifting, and longer dresses and slacks became the new norm. As we look at the catalog pages from each year, we can see the evolution of the miniskirt and the changes in style that accompanied it. The photographs capture the essence of an era that was defined by its fashion and social movements. They provide a window into a time of cultural revolution and social change, and they allow us to savor the history of the miniskirt as it marched through the late 60s and 70s in the United States. The most exciting part is still ahead, so let's immerse ourselves in the images and reminisce about that era. Let's journey through the history of the miniskirt and celebrate the spirit of rebellion and liberation that it represented.